the podcast taking you behind the scenes with all 32 teams at the World Cup. We're hearing from the players, the fans and people in Qatar, telling the truly global story of the competition. That's World Football in Qatar from the BBC World Service. Find it wherever you get your BBC podcasts.
Hello, I'm James Reynolds on the BBC World Service, and this is BBC OS Conversations on Haiti. With armed gangs in control of large areas of the capital, ordinary Haitians share what it's like to live in an increasingly dangerous nation.
Going out is pretty dangerous because there's kidnapping every day, and my child, she's working, so she'll try to leave every day at different hours. Every day someone is leaving home in Haiti, you pray for that same person to come back and be safe.
Haiti shares an island in the Caribbean Sea with the Dominican Republic. But unlike its thriving neighbour, Haiti is the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Within the last 15 years alone, it's had outbreaks of cholera, a devastating earthquake, and political upheaval. Last year, the country's president was assassinated, a crime for which no one has yet been put on trial. And since then, violence in Haiti has escalated. According to human rights groups, armed gangs now control at least 60% of the capital, Port-au-Prince. In October alone, the UN says that there were 200 killings and 100 kidnappings. There's also evidence that these gangs are increasingly using rape as a weapon. Before we hear from Haitians, here's a short clip from the country by our senior international correspondent, Orla Guerin, who's been highlighting what's been going on in this troubled nation. A warning that you may find some of her report distressing.
Just in front of me, there's a grey vehicle riddled with bullets. There are bullets on the ground. A lot of heavily armed police here, some with their faces covered and with their weapons in their hands. There are about 5 or 6 police cars here forming a roadblock. There's an AK-47 on the ground, some ammunition and some blood. We're with one of the police officers here now. He says he's been a serving police officer for 27 years. He doesn't want to give us his name. What can you tell us about what happened here?
There was a battle with police officers and the bad guys. One of them died, and this is one of the weapons the bad guys had in their hands.
So you were able to stop them?
Sure. As you can see, it is an armored vehicle.
Do they have many armoured vehicles, the kidnappers?
I'm sure there are plenty.
How big a battle is it to deal with the gangs? Because it seems that they are everywhere.
It is everyday battle, day and night.
Local people are lining the streets, looking on in silence. But this isn't a new experience. This is an everyday reality.
BBC correspondent Orla Guerin in Haiti. So let's turn now to the people who are living there under these extraordinarily difficult circumstances. Kirby, who's based in Cap-Haitien, is president of a non-profit organisation. He had to shut down his business as a result of gang threats. Juanito is a singer-songwriter in Port-au-Prince. The first person we'll hear from is Etza, a professor who's also in the capital.
The gang violence affects me in many ways. First of all, I teach at university, and during a while, I'm not able to go to the university campus in downtown. I have to do online class for my students. And then it's not easy because a lot of them don't have electricity or don't have a good quality of internet. We're just trying, but we can't deliver as it should be since we have difficulties. And then my business is in downtown also. I have to limit my operation hours and also reduce the number of employees. And a lot of them actually left the country. And then besides that, I go very often in the other region of the country, north, south, to deliver conferences, training. And then it's been a while, since August. I haven't been anywhere in countryside because there's no way I can cross because the armed gang just block the road, control all the region, So it's very difficult for me to really circulate within the country, especially to leave the capital. More than that, I've faced personally the kidnapping problem with relatives and friends. It's actually 3 times I have to contribute to gather the ransom that we need to make sure that we can get them back. So it's very difficult. That actually impoverish the middle class families in the country. I don't remember what was the last time I was outside for a night party or something. So nightlife doesn't exist anymore. The country is collapsing, and it's real. We are a prisoner of gangs activity, and the government seems like incapable or maybe not willing to do something about it.
I wonder how gang violence has affected you and your family, Kirby.
After they killed the president, they just like start with violence in the country. Every day they kidnap more than 15 or 20 people. Since 2 years ago that I had a business. The reason why that I closed, the business is because when the gangster, just come to my business, then asking me to give the money. Okay. Sometimes I give them, sometimes, things not work well. I cannot have enough money just to give them. And then they said, okay, Kirby, you know what? If you cannot like give us money every month, we'll kidnap you or your daughter or your wife. So I don't have money. I always close my business just to survive. Right now, to be honest with you, we don't know what to do. Not only me and my family. It is the 90 or 95% under population that are suffering in the same situation.
Juanito, you've been listening to Kirby and Etza. How are things for you?
As a singer-songwriter, what I do for a living is music. And I have to do shows, I have to release songs, I have to perform to make money. But it's been a long time since the country is not stable. In the gang members doing a lot of bad stuff in the country. It's really hard for us as musicians to make money. We're only making music via streaming.
How much of the day do you spend worrying about the safety of the people you love and care for?
It's always a problem every year. The school is not functioning. There's always there's a lot of protests because bad governance. A lot of people thought the death of the president would be a solution, but it's getting worse every day.
One of the things I do is I can, travel a little bit sometimes to spend a week or two outside of the country to really breathe. But not everyone has the chance to do so. Also, sometimes just spend a couple of days in countryside, a little bit far from Port-au-Prince activity. So it become more costly for you to travel because you have to take a plane to go to south or to north.
Even though it's such a small country.
Exactly. And to pay over $200 for a ticket just to make sure that you don't take the road because the road are dangerous. Those people who don't have nowhere to go, the area that they live are controlled by gang. They have to live at people's house. I'm lucky because I'm still living in an area that I don't have to leave the place because gang take control of the place. But a lot of people from La Plaine, from Croix des Bouquets, from Martissan, from Pernier, they left the where they live, and they have to stay at friends' place or go to DR, to Dominican Republic in the last years. Last time I saw a report, it's actually more than 80,000 people every year. So it's a lot of people. And then it's facing sometimes very bad situation over there, sometimes massive, abusive, illegal deportation. And it's not easy.
A final brief question to each of you. When did you last have a good day?
Honestly, just knowing that your family, the people in your country are not stable, they're suffering, it's really hard to say that I've been having a good day. They can live well, they can go to school. When you're in the street, you feel unsafe. They're killing people, kidnapping people. You're not living happily. I love Haiti. I want to stay in Haiti. It's almost like everyone want to leave Haiti. To have a good day, you have to leave Haiti. The people who stay in Haiti are the people that can't go anywhere. But me personally, I can find a way to go somewhere else. But Haiti is my home, is my country. I rather stay here with them just to go somewhere and have a good time. Because when I go somewhere else, I'm not feeling good. I love my home. I love Haiti. I love my people. I'm just waiting for Haiti to have a better time.
Every time there's no news of kidnapping and then a massacre or any assassination, and then you got some good news about Haitian performing outside, whether in music, arts, and then you feel like you're living for a day or two. But it's not easy to really spend a week without some bad news of people, whatever, rape or kidnapping, assassination, and it's so becomes so often. It's like become a part of our life now.
Turn off the radio because too many bad news in the country every day, man, every day.
Kirby, Juanito, and Etza in Haiti. I also spoke to Pascal to find out how the latest political unrest is affecting her business. She's a hotel and restaurant owner in Pétionville.
We used to be open for the restaurant until 11 p.m. And since September, with the insecurity in the country, it's barely any people at night on the streets after 6 o'clock. Because at 5:30 it starts to getting dark and there's not much electricity in the country, so people are afraid to stay out. So we barely have to close around 6:30, 7 p.m. every night. It's pretty difficult because there's no power, electric. And nowadays, there's certain food that you can't find. So we're doing with what we have, and we're staying positive because we still have to go forward.
Who comes
Yes.
to stay in Haiti at the moment, given just how dangerous the country is?
We used to have foreigners coming for 15 days or a week. Nowadays, you barely have that. So, what we tend to have now is people coming from the provinces to some workshop in Port-au-Prince. And we have 3 companies we're dealing with, and that's why we still can be able to function.
Pascal, what are the outer limits of your world? Can you just go for a walk in the streets? Can you go from one part of town to another part without worrying?
Let me tell you something. I go out just for the essentials. Going out is pretty dangerous because there's kidnapping every day, and wherever you go, you have to face that danger. And my child, she's working, so she leaves every day, try to leave every day at different hours because she's in the position where she can do that. But for those who have to be at work at a certain time, it's pretty difficult because you have to break your routine every day. Every day someone is leaving home in Haiti, you pray for that same person to come back and be safe.
Do you get her to message you when she finishes her journey? Do you worry throughout that entire journey?
I'm trying not to communicate my anxiety because she is the one who's in the street. Mostly we chat. We're trying to talk during the day, and whenever she leaves the office later, she will let me know. But to tell you the truth, you have to live with it. It's an anxiety and it's pretty high. Last week, I have a friend that was kidnapped, and it wasn't far from where I am in Pétionville. And he spent 3 weeks with those guys, and they released him. But the trauma for the person, the trauma for the friends, the families are unimaginable, and we're dealing with this. I cannot count how many people I know that have been kidnapped, but it's never something that you can swallow. It's very difficult to live in that situation. We are all in Haiti in survival mode.
Pascal, who, like so many others, is simply trying to survive in Haiti. We've heard several people talk about the increasing number of Haitians who want to leave the country. But there are difficulties too for those who live and work abroad. They receive regular news about their home country's problems and the dangers there for their loved ones. I spoke to a number of Haitians abroad. Ghislaine, who was born in Haiti, was brought up in the Turks and Caicos and now lives here in the UK, as does Wilford, who has a restaurant in London. And firstly, you'll hear from Jimmy, who's a student in the United States.
They are doing okay physically, but mentally they're not okay. Every day they are calling me saying that things are not going well. They fear for their lives and they can't really go out. The only thing I could tell them is, let's be hopeful things can get back to normal because it's not normal right now. And there's nothing I can do to remedy the solution. We need help. I don't know if the international community can do something for Haiti because it's not going too good right now.
Let's bring in Ghislaine, who's here in the UK. What are your conversations with your own family like?
My conversations are a little different from Jimmy's because my family originate in the northern part of Haiti. And recently, I think Moise Jean-Charles had some protests in that area where my family were unable to move around town. So that was an issue. But now that that's over, I think it's more economic. So send me some help so I can get this, so I can get that, food and other things. I think morally and emotionally, it has a toll on them. Because although we're in the north and we might not have the level of gang activity that the south has, because the apartments, the towns, the areas are so isolated economically from Port-au-Prince, it's difficult to do anything if Port-au-Prince is in danger, if Port-au-Prince has collapsed. So I think they're feeling that level of frustration that they can't have access to a lot of the things they probably would have if Port-au-Prince was functioning.
Let's bring in Wilford here in the UK. And I'm keen to get a sense from you of your own conversations with your family back in Haiti.
I was born in Haiti, moved to France where I studied my education, and then moved to the UK to further my education and work here. But the attachment to Haiti, it's always there. It will never go away. The problem that we have in Haiti currently is something that we've probably have never lived before. They never experienced it before. Most people don't know how to react, don't know what to do. They're just praying God, have any faith in the politician to resolve the problem because they are part of the problems. How can we comfort them? Because it's been going on for a number of years. Now it's getting their international attention, which is great. The gang has been expanded as well to the countryside of Haiti. So there is nowhere to hide. There is no security. No one is safe in Haiti. Seen it, the president was killed. Lately also, we also had one of the big politicians in Haiti also was assassinated. Both the the killing, the kidnapping, the raping, it's just senseless. I don't know what words to describe that situation. But it's painful. There is no words. You can keep talking to your family for years. Every time you can come with something else to give them that comfort. It's almost impossible. But we support them where we can. We're trying to find a solution as well to that problem. There has to be a solution, and the Haitian has to be involved in that solution as well. Haitian in Haiti, and Haitian in the diaspora as well. We need to be part of that conversation.
Ghislaine, you're obviously a long, long way away here in the UK. Mm-hmm. What do you feel you can do to actually help?
I'm very active on Twitter. I started an organization here. I think it's just trying to get people to realize that they have the power to create the change. I know the state itself has collapsed and the institutions don't function, but I think Haitians need to stop for a moment and try to see what it is that they want as a people, what it is that they want as a country, and try to get to that point where we have a conversation, all parties involved, and have a conversation on what we're going to plan to do for the next 30, 50 years. So on my part, I promote that. I try to make people understand that we have a sort of responsibility for what Haiti is now and what it's become, and we need to take that responsibility to heart.
I don't know which word I could use to describe the situation of Haiti right now. It's certainly a humanitarian crisis, and people are dying every day in the capital. It's totally unacceptable, and I don't really find an exact word to describe really the situation in Haiti because it's devastating.
I wonder that the difficulty in finding a single word perhaps explains to us just how things really are. And Jimmy, is it hard being away from those you love and care about in Haiti, or are they glad that you in the United States are at least safe?
both. They're glad that I'm not in Haiti. At the same time, I'm not happy due to the fact that I can't really go back to my country to visit my family and see them and spend time with them. I miss the culture. I miss going back, like in the United States right now, it's really cold. I
Yeah.
wish I could go back to Haiti to enjoy some sun over
Yeah.
there, go to the beach, and yeah.
As a child of a migrant who's lived outside of a country, my attachment to Haiti is more like the sense of cultural homelessness. What Haiti means to me is more the pride that I feel when I read things about Haiti. I think that's what I miss the most. And I think it's more discouraging that we haven't come to a point where we as Haitians or Haitians in the diaspora realize the potential as one of the islands in the Caribbean with the most historical monuments, the most historical, everything. The potential we have as a country to move forward, I think that's, not to be rude, that pisses me off, that we haven't come to the point where we realize our potential and that we realize that we have to sit down and plan. That's what all countries do in order to build their nations. It really upsets me that we haven't gotten to that point.
You're all outside Haiti. Would you go back, Wilford?
Definitely, yes. I would like to go back to Haiti to live. I've got a restaurant here, cocktail bar in the UK, in London. I often come across people who are from the Caribbean who would like to go back to the Caribbean. They have work here, they studied here, they've got the experience, they would like to go back and contribute to give something back to their country of origin. So why not Haitians? I think we should also have that same opportunity to play a key part in the development of Haiti.
I would like to play my part in its development, its progression. As a diaspora, we've always been on the outside, sending money in, supporting family, keeping the country afloat. But we've never had a strong political say in what goes on. And I think that needs to change, where all Haiti's children are involved in the development. It is necessary, and I would love to go back and participate in that development.
I left Haiti a couple years ago, but Haiti never left me. So I still have Haiti in my heart, my soul, and spirit. Ever since I left Haiti, I always get the opportunity to go back home, like twice a year at least, because I do community work over there. Like I have orphanages in Haiti, and it's so painful because I can't really go back to see the kids, and also I'm adopting a kid in Haiti. I would love to live in Haiti because it's my country. That's where I was born, even though I'm not there right now. But I still have a great connection with Haiti and the things that I do over there.
Wilford and Ghislaine in the UK and Jimmy in the United States on the frustrations and hopes for their country and their deep concern for their families. I'm James Reynolds, and you've been listening to BBC OS Conversations on Haiti.
Whatever you're looking for in a podcast, the BBC World Service has something for you. From Untold Legends, Aura, tracing the story of a gifted black sportswoman's struggle for recognition in segregated America.
Aura was an athlete at a time when the world wasn't really paying attention to African-American athletes.
The Coming Storm, investigating the rise of the QAnon conspiracy theory threatening American democracy.
A world of parallel realities. An epidemic of disorientation.
When everything that you thought was true about things is shown to be false, you kind of question everything.
To season 2 of The Bomb, uncovering a gripping true story of espionage at the heart of World War II atomic research.
Klaus Fuchs was the perfect spy.
He'd given the Russians the plans to the plutonium bomb.
This was going to change the world.
You can download and listen to Untold Legends, The Coming Storm, and The Bomb in full now, wherever you get your BBC podcasts.